Hi Flosstube, it's Christina, Xteeny Stitcher, Xteeny101 on Xteeny101 on Instagram, and I'm here for an update. A year later, I promised you guys a video, and I just so this is video number 3. So I've been stitching a lot. So I've come to the conclusion that the amount of stitching I do is has direct correlation to the amount of stress I have at work. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of stitching, and I wanted to come back today because I've been watching a lot of Flosstube lately, and I just wanted to come back and get reacquainted with you. As you can see in the background here, I've got a lot of stuff going on. I've had some really nice finishes in the last year since you last saw me. Lots of finishes. Lots of finishes to me is a relative term. Quite a few finishes for me. Not a crazy amount, but it's enough for me. If you look right here, that's Miss Cherry Blossom Mirabilia. Beautiful. She was she took me a while. She's gorgeous though. And then this one right here is it's the Leilani from Mirabilia. She was a freebie. And then down here is Alice from RETM. I think it's a chart that's no longer available. And then this little cubby over here on this side has some finishes that some cute little pillows and pin cushions and things that I've completed. Some of them I haven't actually finished stitching, or completely finished. FFO'd is the term. But yeah, I've been quite busy. So what else have I been doing? I have been not just cross stitching, but also crocheting. I've done a lot of crochet. I've done a lot of haul acquisition or fabric acquisition, thread acquisition, pattern acquisition, you name it, I've acquired it. Again, the whole stress thing at work, it contributes to my the amount of stuff I accumulate. Yeah, so a lot of crochet, a lot of I've done a lot of quilting as well. Lately I've been looking at fabrics and things that I have already in my collection and just kind of trying to use up some of that stuff. So yeah, what should we get into first? What do you guys want to see? I think I'll leave the crochet and quilting stuff till the end. That way if you don't, or you're not interested, you can just, you know, bye. Did you buy this magazine, this Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition? Oh my goodness. I normally don't buy magazines, but this one had just the cutest patterns. And it's funny because one of the ones that I'm working on right now for one of my Halloween stitching projects is a pattern by Rovaris. I'm gonna go with Rovaris. That sounds right. If you know how to pronounce it and you want to tell me how to pronounce it, by all means, feel free to tell me how that works. Usually pretty good with pronouncing the. I can't find it now. It's in this magazine and it's gorgeous, and I want to stitch it. I can't find it. But anyway, it's a great magazine if you were able to get your hands on it. Oh, look at this one. Oh, I gotta cover up let me cover up the pattern. Did you see that? I have that needle minder. It's so pretty. They call it Halloween butterfly, but I think it's called, isn't it a dead something moth? Sounds right. Where is it? This one. It says, I was born with Halloween in my heart. And so this is the same company that, or the same designer of this pattern that I'm working on for my Halloween stitching. Absolutely love this. I'm on Instagram. I'm a little bit more active on Instagram. xteeny101. You can find me on there. I'm going to show you the progress of this one. It's actually stitched up pretty quickly. I bought this at the Mirabilia Minions retreat in May here in San Antonio. Leslie Under the Sea Fabrics. That's where I bought this pad. Actually, did I buy it from her or did I buy it at the Stitches in the Heart or whatever? Anyway, I bought it in May and I've been working on it little by little ever since then. I'm actually a little more than halfway done with it. I absolutely love this. I'm using currently the DMC 310, the black DMC, and then this right here, I used the, it's Weeks Dye Works something or other. I can't remember the name of it. I think I should have been more prepared for this, huh? I'm giving you guys colors. It's this really pretty orangey color. It's just something I had in my stash. I think I got one of those mystery sample packages at my LNS, the Stitch Niche in Arlington, and this was one of the ones in there, and it just happened to be a really pretty pumpkin color. And then I just took a random green from my DMC stash. But anyway, isn't that cute? I just love this. So that's one of my stitching. I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the year, end of the month, so that I can get it framed at the Stitch Niche. They have this really pretty, well, at least the last time I was there, they had this really pretty frame with skulls. It was black with skulls on it. I want it. I want it. I'm stitching something so I can put in that frame. Is that crazy? But I'm gonna stitch this. Probably on the same fabric and maybe mount it kind of like this on a piece of wood with maybe with magnets or something. I think that would be really cute. Maybe to display together for Halloween 2020. Don't judge. So what else am I stitching on for Halloween? I bought, pardon me, I'm not very organized today. I was working from home and I finished up and then I decided to film a video. I got a couple of patterns on that last retreat that I went to. I got this one from the place is called Stitches from the Heart in San Antonio. Really cute shop if you're ever in that part of town, in the part of Texas. But I gotta stitch that. Oh, can you guys see it? Let me see. I'm gonna start this one for dark October stitching. I should take off my glasses, huh? The sun is coming in through this window and I'm gonna lose light soon. But isn't that cute? I'm gonna start that. I might actually use, I think I'm gonna use linen. Maybe a colorful linen. I belong to the Stephanie, hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie and the Under the Sea Fabrics Fabric of the Month Club. Oh, you guys, you should see my stash. I don't know how, I can't live enough to have time to ever stitch it on all of this stuff, but look at this one. I bought Maleficent. I love Maleficent. I love the movie. I love Angelina Jolie in it. I don't like Angelina Jolie normally in any other movie, but Maleficent, it's cute. But look at that. Look at how cute she is. So it's in French. Le Petit Croix de Lucie. La Pointe de Croix. Designer Katerina. Her. So I bought this one from Leslie. And then what else am I stitching for Halloween? I'm also stitching Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. And I'm going to go grab those. So you're going to pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So Crinkle Crinkle, I'm going to open some packages here. I'm hoping that I can get, I don't have unrealistic expectations that I'll ever finish Hawkrun Hollow for Halloween 2019 or 2020. So first of all, let's just say that I don't think that that's going to happen. But what I do have expectations is that I can finish 1 square per year. That was the goal last year. Maybe this year I'll get 1 done plus maybe half of it so I can get a head start on next year, and that one I don't feel so bad about slacking off on it. So Hawkrun Hollow looks like, I think you've already seen it. There's a lot of people that have this pattern. It's not, I'm sure that you're familiar with it. I've completed that guy. I'm working on this because I like mermaids. So I think that if I do, let's see, I finished that one in 17, I think. If I finish this one in 19, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Maybe by 2030 I'll have a finished Hawkrun Hollow that I can display. I don't know. But I love it. It's beautiful. I bought this fabric. I mentioned in another video that I bought this fabric for a mystery sampler with Heaven and Earth designs many moons ago, and I didn't like the mystery sampler, so rather than starting it on beautiful fabric that I knew for a pattern that I didn't like, I just figured I'd save the fabric for something else. It's an enormous piece of fabric, and this piece will be, so if you can imagine, so this is the top part. If you can imagine that I still have another box here, so I'll use about a little over half of the width of it, and then yeah, anyway, I'll have a little bit left over, but it's a really big piece of fabric. Excuse the sun coming in here, but I think I can get this done this month, and then maybe even start the next box down. But look at those skulls, aren't they're so cute? I love that. I love the ocean. I can't wait to get the mermaid done on this one. So pulled that out. It's in my stitching bag that I've been taking to work, but I haven't been taking my lunches because I've got a lot of work to do. And anyway, it's really pretty to just kind of look at my purse on the side here while I'm on a conference call or doing something, and I look at my purse and I'm like, oh, pretty purse, pretty projects. Anyway, this is my Halloween bag. My friend Vanessa Granados, I think her mom stitched this. Anyway, I bought this from her, and it's super cute. All my Halloween projects are in that. All right, I'm going to put you guys over here. And then the other project that I'm not too fond of anymore is this one by Praiseworthy Stitches. I hate that I've taken so long to put stitches in this or actually get to a good point in it, because now I'm thinking I want to restart it on a different fabric because I don't like the fabric I used. It's an Aida. Is it an Aida? No, it might be an even weave. I think it's Monaco. I don't like it. I dyed it myself. I don't care for it anymore. I don't know. I might continue working on it. I'm I'm not sure. Oh, I did a pumpkin last year. I put in a few stitches every Halloween. Here we go. That's how much I've done. I've got a pumpkin in there, a jack-o'-lantern, and a cat, a black cat. Do you guys remember what I said about black cats on my first video? I don't like cats. I wouldn't kick a cat. But I don't care for cats too much. All right, and then I've got one more, but I have to go and get it from the living room. Hold on one second. I'm back. Okay, this one I bought at the retreat that I went to in May. I'm gonna close this window a bit. Hopefully that makes it better. Maybe turn on the light. Okay. Maybe I'll try to cut that out. My editing skills are not all that great. So anyway, this is called Hallows Eve Haunting. Super cute. It's funny because it's a little deceiving. You think that it might be like 2 or 3 floss colors, and it turns out that it's a good 1, 2, 3. Low power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uses 9 different colors of thread. Really cute. Designer is Autumn Lane Stitchery. She was actually at the retreat as an attendee. And I got this much done at the retreat, and I'm starting on the top of the witch's hat and the moon in the background. The fabric is gorgeous. It is an under the sea fabric, properly primitive linen, 36 count linen. And it's, I mean, I'm looking at it on the camera. It's looking very close to true to color. So it's really pretty. It, I was struggling a little bit to see it. And so anyway, I bought this magnifier thing back here, this monster, from a neighborhood marketplace, a neighborhood garage sale, and I think the woman that sold it to me was is an esthetician. Is that the word? And I got it super cheap. I haven't lugged it out to my living room to stitch with it, but I'm sure that it would work fine. Right now I'm just kind of like squinting. My eyes aren't what they used to be. So shall I show you some finishes? Let me grab my camera here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do it this way. Oh, there you go. So that is Leilani, and that is Miss Cherry Blossom. And see if you can see those. I've got my Cricut mats here on the wall as well. And then can we see Alice? I actually had Alice I framed myself. And Miss Cherry Blossom, and then Miss Cherry Blossom was framed at the Stitch Niche, and then Leilani I framed myself. I got one of those recessed picture frames. I think it looks really cute. It actually might be too dark, and so I might actually look to do something different with her. Maybe do her framing not behind a glass, and maybe a lighter frame. I haven't decided yet on that. And then everything else, I finished that one. I think I showed that in a previous video. That little one up there. This one was also professionally framed. That's Millicent from, it's Millicent. I cannot remember the designer. Shannon, no. I don't remember. I'll owe you and then my mom painted that for me for my birthday. Let me see if I can get over there and show it to you. I'm trying to see what I've got over here. that. It's the Renoir Girls on the Patio Art Institute of Chicago. If you're a fan of art, you would know who that is. She copied it. Don't tell anybody. She didn't sell it, so it's for personal use. And then some of my little finishes. I'm sorry, this camera is so awkward. I'm holding this little stick thing. Anyway, I finished. This one is a Lizzie Kate. This one is a country cottage or a little needle house work, somebody or other. I haven't stuffed it yet. I just I put them together because I bought this really cute cubby at Michael's. I got a super nice deal on it. It was like 50%. I think I paid like $30 something for it. It was super cheap. It was on clearance. Anyway, it's got a bunch of things. Even has my niece's foot little ornaments that we made with her baby feet. Yeah. I've got this one I finished, needle and thread. I have to add it to the little pillow form. I finished this one, but I stupidly did not know that that there was a letter, that an alphabet that she had done. I think it's Beth Twist that designed this. I finished it before I realized that there was an alphabet that she provided, so my name doesn't start with a B. I'm actually thinking of leaving it the way it is just because it's a bee, a queen bee. B, okay. And then a little iron. Oh, and then this is from the Mirabilia Minions Retreat. I'm going to start collecting those. Hopefully I'll be able to go to more of those retreats. What else do I want to show you? I always say that I'm going to keep coming back and film more videos, but then I don't, and I probably won't anytime soon. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe if I stick to shorter videos, I'll probably try to come back more. So in terms of patterns and things that I have recently acquired, I was watching Emily Eclectic Possessions. Am I too close to the camera? I was watching Emily the other day. She had a beautiful framed piece, Mermaid's Folly. I fell in love with it and I ordered it. I don't need more patterns. I should show you like my stash of stuff. I don't need more patterns. I think what I need to do is just start identifying the items that I don't want to stitch anymore, and then start getting rid of some of that stuff. Maybe pass it on to friends, or not pass it on to friends. Yeah, maybe I could pass it on to friends. We would have to talk. But I've got a lot of stuff. It's a little overwhelming. And I keep adding stuff. Let's see. What else do I have? Do you want to see some stitching? Crochet? I can show you some crochet. I have several crochet items that I've completed. Let me grab the camera again. Sorry. Let me swing you around here. I'm a little lost in my room here. I've got quite a bit going on, and in a very small space. So let's do that. So if you were only interested in cross stitch, from this point forward, I'm not talking about cross stitch anymore. I'll be talking about crochet and quilting. So I'll show you my finishes, my crochet finishes, and then I'll show you my some of my quilting and some of my in progress stuff. It's ridiculous. I've gone a little overboard with some of that stuff. And I think next time for the an idea for the next video will be to show you some of my items that I've acquired antiquing. So I like to go antiquing, and I've acquired some pretty cool sewing boxes and fabrics, and I even did a save the stitches. I found this cute little it's actually right there. I'm not going to show it to you today because I want you to come back, and then I'm going to show you that little tray. So no more cross stitch from this point forward. Like, sorry, I lied before. So I've done a lot of crochet, and here's one. This was a, and all of this yarn, for the most part, I want to say for the most part, I bought at Michael's or Walmart. I have maybe shopped at a yarn specialty store once in my life, and I bought beautiful natural fiber yarn. I don't do enough of this, except for the summer, so I don't normally get that sort of thing. I don't spend my money there much, but Walmart and Michael's and such is where I do buy the majority of my yarn. But look at how cute this is. It's a little baby blanket, and this is all one yarn. Man, you know, I hope you don't ask me what this is, because I don't remember the color and I don't remember the brand, but it's super cute. And I did little picots at the edges, so super cute. That's one. And then I got into this crazy virus shawl kick. I found the pattern. Someone on YouTube, or actually several people on YouTube, have done these, and so this one is one that I did. It's called Virus Meets Granny. Isn't that cute? And this is all, I bought this yarn at Walmart. I'll have to find the colors and the brands. I have the label somewhere in my stash because I had some left over. So that's one shawl, and then I made this one. This yarn I know I bought at Hobby Lobby, and this is also this one's actually a granny stitch or granny square, and this is all, the yarn is one. It comes like this. It's variegated, and it creates the rows for you like that. It's just so pretty. You don't have to switch out unless you're adding yarn. You're not needing to switch your yarn colors, so that's really nice. And then I was looking through my stash for to see what I had, because I was just trying to clean things up, and I found this project that I had not finished, and I figured, you know what, at some point someone's gonna have a baby. A friend of mine, I don't know, cousin, somebody's gonna have a kid, and I'm gonna be able to send them this. This I started years ago. I mean, I want to say this is at least 15 years old, and it's been sitting in my stash unfinished, and I finally got to do the all of the edging, and I completed that. So that's that. I have a few other projects that are in progress. I'm not going to show you those today. I don't want to bore you with more crochet, but you know what? Let me show you the mess that is my dining room right now. And sorry if you get more glimpses of boxes and things. I'm trying to do some cleanup here. Okay, so I've got quite a bit going on here. This is my dining room. That's my dining room. So my daughter and I bought these on clearance at Joann's. I'm thinking of finishing them just for the heck of finishing them. There's like two baby blankets that you could get out of this. I'm gonna finish them and just be done. These are all bowl cozies that my daughter Susie and I were making last weekend. We were quite busy. I was cutting and she was sewing for me. Here's one. So anyway, there's a couple more over there. The other thing is I found some fabrics that I had already cut, so I've got to go through and join them. I'm still not convinced that this is something that I like, but anyway, I'm gonna figure something out. I have Friday off from work, and I'm gonna try to get through some of this stuff. This is a baby quilt that I started. I don't know what I was thinking getting all this baby stuff, but because I am no longer having any kids. Friends of mine are having babies, but honestly, it's probably easier to just go to Target and get them a gift. This is a quilt my daughter started. I don't know what we were thinking there. She says it's a tablecloth. I think it's a quilt. We'll figure something out, maybe make a few pillows for Christmas that we can lay out on our couch. This This is actually a quilt top that we finished. It's beautiful fabric, really pretty. I have the backing fabric for it, and I'm going to try to put this one together so that I can hand quilt, because yes, I hand quilt. This right here is this beautiful Lone Star. Let's see if I can, actually, let me see if I can put this down like this. Let me try to set this up. Give me a second. So that is a Lone Star. I think it's called the Lone Star. I have no idea what I'm going to do to finish this. I'll figure something out. But that's, yeah, I just want to finish it. This here is these little teeny tiny squares that I put together into blocks. Do you see that? So then what I want to do, or what I'm thinking of doing, is I have this really pretty, cool old newspaper looking fabric that I got at Joann's. I'm thinking of doing strips of fabric and then putting these, joining these with strips of fabric. If you have a better idea for that, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure exactly what route I'm going to take with it. Eventually, I just want to get it done because it's so pretty and I want to look at it. This fabric, my sister bought me a layer cake for Christmas 2 years ago, I think. And so I went through the exercise of cutting it, and what you're supposed to do is the block you're going to make looks like that, and then you just join all of them. I think what I'm going to do with this is so pretty. I'm going to make a bed runner. I have a king size bed, and I think that would look really pretty. I might do that, and then maybe hand quilt it. I do a lot of hand quilting. I love hand quilting. This fabric, no idea what I'm going to make with it. Maybe some cute little bags for my daughter and her friends for Christmas. I got a placemat. I've made my daughter some cosmetic cases with this in the past, and I think we just had one extra. I'm going to try to figure something out to make with that. This I made somewhere. I'm going to try to make it into a pot holder. I think I went to a machine embroidery class, and I just never did anything with this. Here's another quilt top that my daughter and I made with like cheap fabric from Walmart. I'm going to finish it up, maybe do a little gift for someone. Here I have a bunch of actually the most random thing. I made 5 placemats. 5. Count them. 5. I don't have a table that seats 5 people. I have a table that seats 6. I have a table that seats 8. I don't have a table that seats 5. And there's 4 people in my family, so 4 of us. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm going to finish these off. Just because, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to finish them off. I just have to do the binding. They're already put together, and they have backing on them. I've always wanted to make a cathedral window quilt, and truly, just in consideration of the amount of time that I have, sorry for all the bouncing, I just have not had a chance to put something together. A king-size quilt is just almost impossible. So what I'm doing here is I made this cute little runner. I think I'm going to complete it for Christmas. And then set it on my coffee table in my living room or my family room, just to decorate with like baskets or something, or maybe a candle, maybe something like a candle holder or whatever. But anyway, I just still have to turn these edges over. I have to do the backing and the batting. So that'll be coming up. Maybe this weekend I'll come up with some sort of a plan. That's why everything is out here, so I can come up with a plan. And then I wanted to show you something else that I got at a, there's my dog. Let me come this way. I might cut all of this out. So this is a quilt that I finished. My daughter and I do some crafting together, and we actually finished this a few years ago, and it's currently on our couch. This is, I think it's Moda fabric. super cute. Got some horses on there. This one is another one that's always on our couch. This one it's just a whole cloth. I took fabric from Hobby Lobby. You probably could still find it at Hobby Lobby if you looked. But you'll notice that I did all of the hand stitching. So I just stitched all the way around the flowers. Some of these I just did a circle. And then some of them I did the petals. But here you can see more of that stitching. Super cute. The back of it, I did a lot of different colors. You can barely see the stitching on these, but on the back. But I love the look of hand quilting. I think it's just beautiful. And then I have one more for you. This one, I told you I mentioned that I like to go antiquing. And I bought this quilt top at an antique store nearby, and it was just the quilt top. The guy that sold it to me claims it's from the 1920s. I don't think so. I don't think the fabric is from then. It might be from the 70s or 80s, but it's not 1920s. So anyway, it was just the quilt top, and so what I did was I sandwiched it with just a white bed sheet and cotton batting. As you can see, it's still safety pinned here, and I'm actually hand quilting it. I'm gonna hand quilt the whole thing. So this is a project that I have on the go right now. It's too big to take with me on an airplane, and it's too big for me to take on airplanes and things. Yeah, like I said, it's too big for me to take on an airplane, but it's such a nice project, and I've been having such a good time putting that together, and so hopefully I'll be finishing it up soon. I want to say that I'm going to cut this video right here, and thank you for joining me. Maybe next time next time I come back, I'll show you some more quilting finishes. Maybe more progress on my Halloween stuff. I have a lot of cross stitch, so I would love to get to the point where maybe making videos would help me get ahead of get ahead on some of these things. And then if you're interested in seeing anything in my craft room, I've got quite a bit of, I don't like to call it junk because it's not junk, it's treasures for me. These are my treasures. But I've got these cute sewing boxes, and we have a Cricut machine now. So my daughter and I have been crafting quite a bit. Anyway, thank you for joining me. The camera's over here. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you watching, and you know, comment, let me know what you want to see, and yeah, welcome back to me after a year. Thanks for joining. Bye.